Hi guys, I wanted to do somewhat of a personal video. I'm going to minimize this because I have always kind of been staring at my fucking reflection in the thing, and it's really pissing me off every time I rewatch my video. So I'm going to just minimize that thing now. I wanted to talk about something personal and maybe give a little bit of advice to children who are dealing with this right now and going through this and being around these people, and they feel like they can't really escape, and I really want to give them kind of a way to escape in their brain, in their mind, so they don't really feel stuck in that situation, even though they are, but they aren't, because they can escape in certain ways. And I'll explain how I escaped in my mind and, you know, kept sane, kept myself sane, as sane as I could be. I mean, because, girl, I was not sane that much at that time. So, my mom was a drug addict most of my life, and I didn't know this until I was maybe 12 or 13. This is when this started happening. So she would bring these drug addict friends that I fucking hate and still hate to this day. I hated them. They were just such horrible people. They'd steal, they'd take money from us. They would, first of all, I hated this stupid bitch acting like I'm her freaking child, because I looked like her child, that she mistreated, by the way. She would fucking hug me and touch my face and kiss me. It's like, no, ew, gross, don't touch me like that. You're not my mother. She would do that, and so would the guy, and it was just like, girl, I don't want your Skeletor ass touching me. I don't know if you've ever had to live around meth addicts, but they are the most annoying people that you will ever meet. I mean, crackheads are annoying too, but meth addicts, fuck, they do some weird shit. I'm gonna explain something. And I'm making weird mouth noises. I'm so sorry about that. They do some weird shit. I'm gonna explain a funny thing that happened, and then I'm gonna explain, actually two funny things that happened. Then I'm gonna explain some other things. So, one time, this girl that I was talking about, who touched me and kissed my face and shit like that, she did this thing when she was high one night. She came out of her room butt ass naked, and we had this baby gate in front of our hallway to make sure the dog's gonna go in the hallway and poo and pee and stuff in the hallway. So we had a gate there, and this girl, she tried to jump over it, and she tried to not jump, but lift her leg. But I guess she was too high or too something. I don't know. But her vagina or something got caught on the baby gate, and she tumbled. She fell. And the thing is, my dad and I and my brother, we didn't check to see if she was okay. We just laughed because we knew she was high out of her fucking mind. She was there for maybe 20 minutes making weird noises. I mean, she could have been fucking drowning in her own saliva, and we didn't check if she was okay. Which, to this day, I don't understand why we didn't check if she was okay. Now, if someone did that, I would have checked if they were okay. But back then, I didn't. I was 12 years old back then, by the way. I wasn't like I am now. But we didn't check if she was okay. But maybe 20 minutes later, her Skeletor-ass druggy boyfriend, who came out high too, went to pick her up, and he didn't say anything and walked into the bedroom. I just thought that was so funny, kind of. To see her fucking fall, butt ass naked. I just thought that was really funny. And another thing, her Skeletor ass boyfriend would talk constantly about stupid shit that I really did not give a fuck about. This is what you'll find, that if you know meth addicts, they will talk about some stupid shit. They will do stupid shit that makes no fucking sense. Um, and you ugh, gosh, I don't understand. I don't know what meth does to your brain, but it must do something. It must do something crazy as fuck. Okay, so he was, this one time he was talking to me. I didn't, the God's honest truth, I did not know he was talking to me. I thought he was talking to my brother because he was talking about fucking mufflers and fucking car parts. Do I look like a bitch who fucking cares about mufflers and car parts? No, he was talking for 2 hours nonstop about car parts. I didn't know that. I didn't know he was talking to me. So what I do is, I got sick of his fucking voice. I got sick of him talking. So I got up and I left the house. I left in the middle of him talking. I was gone for maybe an hour. I come back and he acts so hurt. He's like, it was really, really rude of you to walk away when I was talking to you. I know that I talk a lot, but like that was really rude. And I'm like, I didn't know you were talking to me because you were talking about car parts. You know I don't fucking give a shit about car parts. I really don't. And I had to fucking sit there and listen to him talk about how rude it was of me to walk out of him talking, like walk out on him talking to me. Like, oh my God, these people would not shut up. I could not deal with that. I could not. And I did this one thing where when he would not shut up, I would turn the TV up to 100, and he would still try to talk over it. I cannot even deal with that. I could not deal with that. So into another part of this, I didn't like these people because they would steal from us, and they stole something personal of mine. I'm not going to say like what it was, because it was something, it wasn't really, it was stupid. I don't know why I cried over it, but it was something my grandmother gave me, and like we didn't see her often, and we don't see her often, and he stole it from me and put needles inside of it, and I stole it back. Blah blah blah, whatever. Um, these people would steal money from us. They would. These people were just horrible people. So I was only 12 at the time, and I was having these thoughts like, I want to hurt myself to the point I want to go to the hospital, so I wouldn't have to be around these people. I wouldn't have to deal with these people. And I know that's horrible to think, and I know that that's really bad, and I was really on the verge of jumping off my third-story balcony. I was going to do it because I did not want to deal with these people. I didn't want to be around these people. But then I thought, oh my God, that stupid bitch would want to go to the hospital and see if I was okay, and she would annoy me even more and just fucking be so inappropriate. So I didn't do it. Instead, I went into my room and I would just bawl. I would cry. I know I would cry to my mom too. She, at that time, she really didn't care. But I forgive her now. But at that time, I was just such a fucking miserable. I was so miserable. So I want to tell you ways I would escape, in a way. Uh, so we didn't have internet or anything back then, so I just had a CD player and um, earphones. So I would sometimes, if I was in public, I would, not public, if I was in the living room, sorry, something popped up. If I was in the living room and they would be there and just, okay, so these people did something that was so fucking stupid. They cut all the wires in my apartment from every appliance because they wanted to sell the copper for drugs. Fucking, are you serious? So at that point, when things like that would happen, I I would just blast my music. I would just think of the music. I would just picture me somewhere else. And it worked. It worked temporarily, of course, but it worked. Um, Also, I built a safe space in my room. It was my closet. I put really pretty lights and pretty pictures and my stereo CD player thing and a fan because of course it was hot in there. And whenever I would feel upset and whenever they would be doing something um, just ridiculous and just, I can't really explain certain things because it was just hard to remember. I would go into my closet, I would blast the music, and I'd be okay. Um, Also, I'd go on a lot of walks. I know that I would stay hours outside, not wanting to go home. Um, I know that I would color. Coloring is a really big one. So if you're dealing with this, try some of these things out, and I swear to you, I know it's not like a permanent solution. But once you're 18, and if you're still dealing with it, you can move. You can get the fuck out. It's Trust me, you'll be so happy if that happens. Um, but fuck, what was I talking about? Coloring. Coloring is a really big one for me. Coloring would make me forget everything because when you're coloring, you think about the colors, you think about the colors that you're going to color the thing, like what color you're going to color the elephants or what color you're going to color the flowers. You're not thinking about your life situation, your living situation. You're not thinking about your life that's going on. Um, and color, it's just that helped me so much. My mom actually taught me that because she was hospitalized for a mental breakdown basically when she was a teenager. The nurse told her to color, and coloring really helped her, and she told me about it when I started having my schizophrenic episodes um, at a very young age. And coloring really does help. Music helps a lot. Building a safe space in your room or somewhere in your house that you feel safe at really, really helps a lot. So if you're a kid and you're going through that and you're living around people that just make you feel so uncomfortable and people that it's just not really that safe of a situation, building a safe space is so important. I also want to say if both of your parents are drug addicts and you just don't feel safe at home, I know this may sound very bad because I know you wouldn't want to tell on your parents, but you can tell somebody at school and they can get you help. You can tell them how you're feeling. You don't feel safe at home. You don't like being home. And they can explain that to your parents, and maybe that will get it in their heads that what they're doing is hurting their children or hurting their child, and maybe they'll get help. But there are situations that may make it worse. And that's when you tell somebody that if you tell your parents that it may make things worse, that's when, CPS might come in and take you to a family member's house. It's not always that they will take you to a foster home or to the state. Most of the time, they will check if you have family members who will be willing to take you in. So it's not necessarily they won't necessarily take you to a foster home. They will, most of the time, take you to a family member's house, who are willing to like take you in. So don't worry about that. If you have like a family member who will take you in, um, that's great. But sometimes it is a foster home, and sometimes that's better than situations that you're going through at home. So if you're going through something like that, tell somebody at school, like your counselor. There's counselors at school. Tell your teachers, um, and they can get you so much help. Thankfully, my dad wasn't in the drugs, and we finally got out of it. Got out of that type of situation when everybody put their foot down. My mom wanted to get help, and she did. And we finally got out of it. It took years though, for me, like for them to fucking get their shit together. No offense. Um, I don't know why I said no offense, but like it's true. It took them a long time, and it was probably until it was from 12 to 15 when this kept on happening, and when um, when it ended, it was so much better. I was so happy. Um, so just remember, you can always tell somebody at school. Build a safe place at home, maybe your closet, under the stairs, somewhere in your house that you feel safe. Just go there when you feel just so stuck. Color, blast music. Well, if it's gonna piss people off, use headphones, and listen to your favorite music, because I swear to God, that really helped me a lot. And I'll tell you the music that I listened to because I thought it was really funny. Hannah Montana was my shit back then, and like Miley Cyrus got me through so much shit. I would listen to her constantly, and her music made me happy. So find music that makes you happy and listen to it. Also watch your favorite movies. Um, go for walks. Um, but I would definitely say try to talk to somebody at your school, because they will definitely help you um, in that type of situation. Yeah, I know that this was kind of a serious topic, and I can kind of ramble on, and sometimes I forget what I talk about, and I hope that I made some sense in this video, because I know that sometimes I don't really make that sense in my head. I don't make sense, but maybe I do make sense in the video. But I really hope that maybe some of the things that I said will help somebody out there, because I know I know what you're going through, and I know the feeling that you're feeling right now, and it's a really really bad feeling. You just feel really stuck, and I understand that, and it's just so horrible. Um, but I will tell you that it does get better. I assure you, it will get better. Just try your best to escape in a different way if you can't really escape physically. Um, I know that's fucked up to say, but it's true. That's what I did, and it really helped me through the hard times that were going on. So yeah, I really hope this video helped some of you guys out there. And I just realized that my hair looks like butthole. So, whatever. Why did I talk like that at the end of this serious video? I will talk to you guys later. Thumbs up, subscribe. You really don't have to, but I would really appreciate it. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.